Hey everyone, Eric with Rock Your Hobby, live from the lab. Tonight we're going to talk about things that frustrated me or things that I didn't do right or wrong, things that frustrated me. I'm going to list one frustration, okay, because this was a growth point for me. Okay, I have made a lot of these types of things right back here, okay? And in other videos I've talked about how I went to toy shows, which is the equivalent of a craft fair just for die-cast models and toys, okay? I would make things and I would put them on a table and I would have my prices out on them. And then all day long, I would watch people walk by my table, but right across the way was a guy who had way more products than I did. And they were, I'm not gonna lie, they were cooler, not gonna lie. And he was getting a premium for them. And I had my products, which were different than his. They're same genre. Die-cast trucks is what they were. They were in the same genre, but I couldn't hardly give mine away. If I made $100 at a show, I thought, wow, I made a fortune. But no, why the hell can I not give mine away? That guy's making money hand over fist. Okay, all things being equal, I got to give him credit. He had more cool stuff than I did. He had a whole wall of die-cast models that were customized and for sale. I had a table of very specific niche things, okay? So it took me a number of years to figure out what I'm about to share you, which is I make one of one now. Okay, so what happens is people send me photos of their real semi, and then I take that real thing in the photos they send me and I just make a small one of it, just like the same size of the stuff you see behind me. Although the paint's the same color to the real one, the decorations on the side, the door logos, the lights, the parts, all that's are very similar to what they have in real life, okay? Now I can charge a premium for that because they cannot get that anywhere else. Now there's other people doing what I do. That is true. So I'm not the only guy doing this. But we're hard to find, a lot of us doing this kind of work, to do one of one. So what do I recommend you do? Now you can do exactly what I spoke about earlier, where you have a whole lot of things, like you've made 20 doilies and they're all identical, and then you can sell those at retail. There's nothing wrong with that. However, if you can segue into doing one of one, so someone has a design and you can replicate that design, now you're getting into custom work. That is way more valuable than 10 of, or selling 100 of one thing. Now if you sell one thing, you can sell that for way more money and be compensated for your time. So the frustration was, why the heck can I sell my stuff when the next guy is selling similar stuff and he's making more money, he's able to move his products and I'm not able to do mine? Well, that's how I solved my problem. I started doing one of one, and that has made all the difference. So one quick example, and then we're going to end this video. In the good old days, I would make 10 items and sell them for $100. Now I make one item and I sell it for $600. You can see the return on labor is way different now, right? And that's the difference. So if you're worried about how you're going to sell your items, that's how you can do that and not be frustrated like I was. I hope that helps you. If you have a comment, you know where to leave it down below. Catch you later.